Hi everyone, for this recipe we'll obviously need sweet potatoes. I'm going to start off by peeling mine, but remember that's optional because the peel is edible. Once that is done, I like to go over it one more time in case there are any spots that I missed in the first round. After that, I get rid of the tips and then I cut it in half. That usually makes it easier for me to slice it. You could either use your peeler, a knife, or even a grater, whichever you're comfortable with. This is how you'd use your peeler. I don't like to use it though because it's quite scary. I feel like I'm going to cut myself. This is how you could use your grater, or you could simply use the correct slicer. I prefer the knife because I simply lean it against my index finger and that guides me through the sense of touch. I'm able to control how thin or how thick my slices are, and they end up being even from the top to the bottom. Don't do this though if your hands are not steady because you're going to cut yourself, and be mindful of the material used to make your countertop. Before you cut on the counter. After that, I like to dip it in ice cold water and soak it for some time, and then I proceed to rinse it again just to get rid of the extra starch. I do that until the water is clear, and then I drain it and give them some time to dry so that the oil doesn't splatter all over the place the minute I dip them in the pan. But at this point we're going to boil first. This stage is to add the salt and whatever other flavor you wish for, and it also helps to give it a presentable color after you've fried, because if you skip this stage you'll notice that they brown faster than they get crispy. Then they'll look like they're burnt even if they're not. I let them boil long enough for the salt to get into the sweet potatoes, because if you cook longer than that they're going to start getting mushy and we'll be cooking something very different from crisps. Once that is done, I drain that water and I stop the cooking process by running some cold water through them. It is at this point that I drain and dry them. Then I dip them in preheated oil. I give them a gentle stir just to make sure they're not sticking to each other. Do not overcrowd your pan though, because if you do, they're going to absorb a lot of oil and stick to each other. You'll know they're ready when they stop sizzling, and of course they'll be crispy. So you lift that off the pan and repeat the process for all the sweet potatoes that you have. These are our results. I hope you enjoy. Bye.